sell side 7 million. The S&P declines to comment on media reports that it expects to keep interest rates at zero until the end of 2027.
All right.
The S&P 500 energy sector opens lower by 1%.
Oh, crap.
US listed shares of energy companies fall as oil price decline. Chevron down 2.2%, ExxonMobil down 2.2%. I don't know why. Baker Hughes shares up 8.1%, the most intraday since April 24th.
Good morning, Investors. Honestly, I don't know what to trust actually. Hmm.
Ford shares up 2.5% after Jefferies raised to buy from hold.
Good morning, Alfred. Hmm.
The S&P 500 banks index hits record high, last up 1.3%.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Alfred. Lucid has a daily account? I didn't know Lucid had a daily account. Shit, that must be new. Mm. It's saying that my password is not right.
The Russell 2000 index up 1.3%.
My shit. What was it before? say 55. That was a 10-point drop right there. That was 10 points right there. Oh shit, Lucid daily accounts? Hold on, there's a it's intraday oh, okay, I was like, all right, I see it. I see it. So it's like TPT, huh? That's why TPT feeling the heat, huh?
So according to Iran, Garibadi, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, says in Islamabad the American side has had two extreme demands, and that he said if we didn't accept them, the negotiations would fail and we would return. We rejected the demands and told them to leave. ASML extends drop to 6% on the back of the report that China starts DUV output.
Oh, so you can choose if you want. Oh, okay. I see what. Okay. Okay. So they're kind of mixing it up between. They're mixing it up between. What's it called? The futures desk and. Okay. Yeah.
US software companies rise in early trading. Salesforce up 3.8%, Oracle gains 5.3%.
Mm. Mm.
UBS cuts target price for Microsoft to $480 from $510.
Mm. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at the accounts right now. Mm, I'm considering if I should get one. like I said, I'm no longer interested in making 6K. I thought that the 100Ks would be the answer to my problem, but it's not. It's not. That's still way too much money to make. Still way too much money. I'm not here to. Well, I am here to trade. I'm just not here to trade without getting paid, and that's a lot of money to trade and not get paid. So I'm just gonna have to make it work with these 50Ks. You know, it's fun. Well, I guess I should have just paid attention to this. I should have paid attention to that, I guess, but. I swear, these candles are either too close or they're just too far away. They're just never perfect. Say you one day away from a top step payout. You know, for whatever reason, I just can't seem to. I'm just having trouble in my top step account for whatever reason. I'm just having trouble in it. I don't know why. I mean, shit, Investor Z, man, it needs to take as long as it needs to take, man. Don't try to rush it.
ASML shares extend losses down 4.6%.
guess I could be fighting against the trend here. I'm gonna buy again at that low. I'm gonna buy at that low. And either they push it higher or they flush it here. Thanks. Okay. All right.
SpaceX shares hit all-time low, last down 3.9%. All right. Well, what sucks is that I saw this coming. It's just that the market came back up and stopped me out. So I figured that the market wanted to kind of go higher here. This is going to be my last attempt to try it for a long. I'm going to try a long at the 50% of that bullish imbalance. If it doesn't work, just going to accept it and move on. The S&P 500 trims gain to 0.4%. The Nasdaq 100 up 0.2%.
think I just have to. Hmm. You know, honestly, I wonder how that's going to affect how the market moves, Alfred. Now we got single stock futures. Who thought about that? I mean, that is. We all know the first attempt to fill that gap is a trap. We know that. They're not going to fill that gap the first time. The ES may, not the Nasdaq. The first attempt to fill the gap is a trap. I mean, the bulls are trying to buy it here. That's always nice to see. Mm. Mm.
The Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman on Ukraine says we are open to considering new ideas and suggestions.
Mm. Shit, we can break above that high right there. We can probably see a stop run higher if we break above the high, but we can also see the same thing if we break below those lows. We can see a stop run lower.
Nasdaq 100 briefly turned negative.
You know what? I'm surprised. Shit, if the Nasdaq filled the gap, that means the ES is probably trying to fill the gap too. Come on, Bulls. Push this thing higher, man. On the ES. Push it higher. Yeah, we can get it above if we can get it above 78, we can probably see a stop run higher. The gap gets filled at about 450 on the ES. Looks like it's trying to bounce at that trend line right there, but wouldn't that be some? Yo, congratulations on that, Santiago. And Alfred, actually, I haven't really looked at the Nasdaq. The first attempt to fill the gap is a trap, but maybe I'm surprised. Wow, it actually filled the gap. And then it's taking out those lows. Wow. I'm surprised. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, that was the first attempt to fill the gap right there. Okay, all right, let me take that back. I was like, damn, Nasdaq, that you did it the first time? But no, that was the first attempt to fill that gap, and that was the trap, and then it dropped. Okay. You made 3K on your funded? Yo, congratulations on that. You know what, Alfred? I might look into getting one of those Lucid direct accounts. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, I mean, from now on, man. Just taking that one trade a day. Yeah, just let that be it. Trying to dig your way out. All right, we'll see if this thing drops here. Or if you're going to get a, or if you're going to see a, okay, I got in short. We'll see if, let me see if we can get this target hit right here without it being too nasty. Get that. I'm going to add if price pulls
It's
back.
now full 6.4% today's low on the report China starts DUV output.
SD2, and then I'll add one more area right here. Alrighty, yes. Alrighty, yes. Okay, I mean, if you want to be nasty like that. Probably like a lot of buyers here at these lows. If you maybe look to the left, you can see that prices here in this bullish imbalance. So if the bears want to fill that gap, man, they have a lot of work to do. But I think the bears can do it. It's not gonna be pretty though. It's not gonna be pretty. So I don't think the ES is gonna let the Nasdaq fill the gap without it filling the gap as well. Not only did the Nasdaq fill the gap, it took out like Santiago said, the pre-market lows. So I think we could see something similar here. Oh, I don't think it takes out the lows because the lows are all the way down here. It probably fills the gap and then bounces. I don't think it takes the lows out though. Well, not on the ES. Yeah, 750, yeah. Okay. All right, so we're coming up to the first TP at 59. I think we get it filled without too much. Of course, never mind. Let me take that back. Of course. Yeah. We're gonna fill it today. Hopefully it doesn't need to do anything nasty. Because I'm short and I'm heavy. Hopefully it doesn't need to pop back up to this range for any reason. Hopefully it doesn't. That would be nice. But this is the ES. It's not like this is the Nasdaq or nothing. I guess it will give me clues before it does it. It's will I accept the clues? That's going to be the deciding factor here.
OpenAI's Altman to preview new models with senior US officials, according to CNBC. a bit more further info into this article. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman is set to meet with senior Trump administration officials, lawmakers, and economists in Washington. He will preview the capabilities of the company's upcoming AI models and field questions about cybersecurity and the company's stance on open weight models, according to a source.
So close and yet so far away, man. So close and yet
We have
so
posted the
far
article from
away.
CNBC on the feed for those interested.
Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's fill that target. Nice. All right, we got that target filled. That takes the pressure off. That takes the pressure off. All right, so we got that first target filled. Now we're going for the follow-up target, which is at 54. We got the follow-up target at 54 here. All right, let's hit that follow-up target. Let's hit that follow-up. Bam. Target filled. Bam. All right, cool. All right, let's see if we can get a gap fill here. I got a buy limit at that gap fill. So we'll see. We'll see.
A reminder in 5 minutes' time, expecting the Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index forecast 2, prior 0.
Nice. All right, I just also made $1,000 in my 250K account. I just logged out after I made my $1,000. Cool. All right. All right. I had a lot of money on the line right now. I took the same trading across 3 accounts. But we almost got that gap fill. Like I said, I'm gonna go long there. That gap fill. I mean, it probably might actually go down. You know what? Instead of going long at the gap fill, I'm gonna go long at the weekly open because I don't think it bounces at the gap fill actually. So actually, I'm gonna move this down, the weekly close, because that's too convenient to bounce at the weekly gap. So I'm gonna bounce. Okay. Oh, these bears ain't playing. Okay, good thing I moved it down. Good thing I moved it down. I saw that one coming a mile away. All right, so we got the gap fill finally on the ES. Let's see if it's going to tap that weekly close. I've already front run the weekly close, so. Damn, but look at all this selling pressure, though. It's a lot of selling pressure. Yeah. Oh, wow. The initial balance is in 1 minute. Wow. Time flies, huh? All right. Let's see what it does here. Let's see what it does. All right, so we tap the weekly close. All right.
Ten seconds.
God damn. It looks like it wanted to go for the session lows, apparently.
Still waiting on the data.
Wow. So I guess I
One
stand
spot
corrected.
free, one spot free, lower than the forecast of 2.
Looks like I stand corrected. Looks like the market does want to take out those lows. Huh?
The S&P 500 turns negative. The Nasdaq 100 falls 0.7%.
Yeah, the ES. Is the Nasdaq doing the same thing?
The Philadelphia Semiconductor Index falls 4%. The Canadian dollar touches a near 2-week low.
The Nasdaq and S&P 500 erased their gains, the Nasdaq down 0.5%, S&P down 0.1%.
You said 28K broke, that was your exit? Everybody get a TP here. Where be my TP? Damn it. Okay. All right. I'm getting a. All right. We get a TP unless. Come on. You don't have to stop like dead. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna have probably a trailing stop because this is ridiculous. I'm gonna get a trailing stop. This is ridiculous. Like, come on. Seriously? Oh my. Seriously? Get out of here. Seriously? Get out of here. Get out of here with that. All right, I'll just put a trailing stop on. That was ridiculous. What the hell was that? Seriously, what was that? Literally a tick. Oh my god. All right, man, let me just put a trailing stop on this because that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. All right, so I have a wow. Wow.
According to Tasnim, Iranian parliament member Kazaran says Oman cannot, from a legal standpoint, open the Strait of Hormuz without coordination with Iran.
Wow. Hmm. Hmm.
So shares of ASML automatically halted from trading after dropping 8 to 8.10%. Okay. Yeah, I just hit daily loss. I think I actually blew that take profit account, I think.
with that stupid ass drop back down. I can't believe that, man. I can't believe that. Man, that just sucks, man. That just sucks. That just sucks, man. All right, give me a second, guys. That just sucks. I guess I said I was going to put a trailing stop on it before. I just didn't think I would need it, but man, that just sucks, man. That literally costs, man. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Whatever. It's not. It's just me. Man. Mm. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be going.
ASML resumes trading, down 7.4 to 8%.
I don't think I should be going short, unless they're going to try to make an attempt to retest that low. Wow. I shouldn't go short. I shouldn't go short.
The S&P 500 erases decline, the Nasdaq 100 down 0.5%.
I just hate when the market doesn't show me any grace. Like, okay, I know I made a mistake. Can you just come back to my break even so I can close it out? Mm. Wow. So you're officially done with TPT? Yeah, they I don't know, Alfred, if you shared that. I mean, if you shared that, then I'll also share it. Hmm. It's having a hard time with the 200 EMA or with the 200 EMA on a 1,000 tick chart. Having a hard time getting past it. Mm. This is the ES. Damn, man. Man, I just can't seem to man, come on, ES with that BS, man. Eh. Alright, looks like come on, ES with the BS, man. Looks like it's having trouble with that trend line too. You know what? Let me try the short, man. Let me just try the short. Maybe I'm fighting against the trend. I have to. I'm fighting against the trend. I guess. Wow. That took. Wow. 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 Okay. Wow. The market barely moved as well. Yeah, I need to start having limits on the screen already, man, because stuff like that happens, and it always seems to happen. And it just always does that, man.
According to Israel Channel 12, citing Trump, Trump says we are having deep talks with Iran. If they're not successful, we will return to powerful military action.
Okay.
We have posted the article from Israel's Channel 12 on the feed for those interested. Furthermore, from the article, Trump made it clear that the window of time for achieving a breakthrough with Tehran is short. Trump explained that he had granted the request of the mediators who asked him to provide an opportunity for negotiations.
Okay.
Trump says I decided to pause the strikes on Friday because the countries mediating between the US and Iran and other countries in the Middle East asked him to give him another chance to negotiate.
I guess all good things must come to an end. All good things must come to an end because at the end, that's when we really appreciate it. We don't appreciate it when we have it. We only appreciate it when it's gone. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm. Man, this is gonna be tough. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough, man. This is gonna be tough.
Trump says there's nothing to gain and nothing to lose. And Trump says when explaining why he agreed to the mediator's request.
Mm.
And furthermore, Trump notes oil dropped and stocks rose after pausing attack. The Fed bids for 2-year notes total $7.6 billion. And the Fed bids for 6-month bills total $5.6 billion.
Of course. Of course. Come on. Come on, ES with the BS, man. Thank you. God damn. Why was that so hard? Why was that so difficult? Why was that so damn difficult, man?
The S&P 500 index turns negative.
I think it's like what, 12 or something. 12 is like 270. If it's like 157. If this thing bounces back up, if it bounces back, then I'm willing to go short at but honestly, I don't know where. Just left a gap. Looks like I could have just stayed in that short. Could have stayed in that short, but man, I could have just stayed in that short. I mean, I guess technically. Because technically this is, that's it right there. I mean, if you just kind of just follow this, you know. Follow the leg. Oh,
At 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time of the US 2-year note auction, prior high yield 4.189%, prior bid to cover 2.64. Also expecting the US 6-month bill auction, prior high yield 3.835%, prior bid to cover 2.94.
You know what? I don't know, man. I don't do well with intraday accounts. I don't do well with those. I don't do well with intraday accounts.
Voice news disconnected.
It's reconnected. I just don't do well with these You know what? As crazy as this sounds, I didn't mean to hold on. I'm not gonna give this too much because I didn't mean to enter in it on this account actually. No, it looks like that was a good short. I'll take the extra money. Okay, I'll take the extra money there. Okay. I didn't mean to get in short with that account. I'm kind of done with this account, actually. Santiago, you said that you're going to try to scale prop firms one day, like one trade a day for your personal and all props. Yeah. I've seen some very some nasty things about TradeSyncer that has convinced me not to use it at all. You don't want to be in a situation where just always keep it up in a separate screen. I mean, it works, but from what I've seen, I don't know what the traders have done, but just keep it always up in a separate screen. That's all I'll say. Keep it up in a separate screen. Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, that's locked out. So to be clear, you're going to have 3 to 4 group based on prop rules. So you plan on having, how many accounts do you plan on having? So your personal
So, reminder in 5 minutes' time, expecting the US 2-year note auction, prior high yield 4.189%, prior bid to cover 2.64. Also expecting the US 6-month auction, prior high yield 3.835%, prior bid to cover 2.94.
So your personal, so yeah, one for intraday, man. So I'm so done with intraday. I'm not getting another intraday account. I'm not getting another one. I'm not getting another one. I mean, unless Apex has a deal on like a no activation fee intraday account, then maybe. But on the 50Ks, if they have a deal on the no intraday 50K accounts, then I'll get one. But I'm done with the 100Ks, and I'm done. I'm just done with all that, man. I'm just done. I'll give the TPT account one more chance. One more chance. I don't know. Like I said, I just can't get over it. Yeah, Alfred does have a lot of experience with those accounts.
One minute remaining for the 2-year when issued yield and the 6-month bid auction. Ten seconds.
Oh shit, it's 10:30? God damn, dude. It's 10:30 already? Damn.
2-year when issued yield 4.32%, 4.32% for the $69 billion auction.
You know what? What I'm more surprised about? What I'm more surprised about is that we should have saw. I should have saw this, honestly. I should have saw this.
Four spot 315%, 4.315%, bid to cover 2.66, 2.66, with the US selling 69 billion.
All right, I'll be on for a few more minutes because I want to get some things straight. I have to get this thing straight.
69.04% of bids at high. Direct 34.05%, indirect 56.59%, and primary dealers take 9.36%. 6-month free spot 9.45%, free spot 9.45%, bid to cover free spot 1.2, free spot 1.2. The US awarding 36.13% of bids at high. The 2-year US Treasury yield extends decline after the $69 billion auction, last down 1.51 basis points at 4.316%.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys. That's going to be it for me today. This was definitely a tough session. I think I hit max loss on my. I think I may have hit max loss on my take profit trader account.
So it's all stopped through in the 2-year note auction of 0.5 basis points.
Yeah, so I think I hit max loss on my take profit trader. I'll give it one more chance. Like I said, I'll give it one more chance. Yeah, I hit max loss on it. Yeah, I hit max loss. That sucks. I mean, I hit max loss on that damn thing after I was up, like, and it missed my target by a tick. That is always heartbreaking. It missed my target by a tick, and I end up blowing the account. So I'll have to put a trailing stop on it now. I should have done that over the weekend. I just didn't think that the market was going to be that. I mean, I reduced the amount of points that I was actually looking for. I went down from 54 to 47. But apparently that was too much, apparently, because it missed me by a tick. So it went up 46 points. And I damn near caught the bottom. I mean, I left probably like a few crumbs on the table, but I guess in the end it came back and bit me in my account. So I lost that one. Obviously, I revenge traded in my Predify account, and was able. I could have gotten more. That's what's crazy. I took a small. I could have probably passed the account with this drop if I just let it ride. But I mean, I guess it is what it is, man. We'll come back later on tonight and we'll get this thing. But all right, I do appreciate everybody that joined me this morning. We'll definitely come back later on tonight, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody, and keep on jabbing.